Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having the 3rd and 4th house duplicated in a natal chart. Now, when I say duplicated, most of you may know that talking about having the same sign on those houses, and if you have houses that are duplicated, the qualities of those houses will strongly integrate and will amalgamate and will combine very strongly, and the person will undoubtedly have very little trouble or difficulty expressing those qualities of that sign as far as those houses go. Now, if someone has the same sign on the 3rd and 4th house, well, this could be somebody that may do a lot of learning, assimilation of information out of their home, emotional security, maybe issues that this person talks about, perhaps being a good conversationalist, communicator is tied in with this person's emotional security. This could be something where this person may learn out of their home, perhaps even in the early stages of one's education. Perhaps this person felt more comfortable being studious, studying out of their home. The family may have played a role, figured more prominently than the average person in terms of this person's, as far as their early education perhaps. This could be something where perhaps this person enjoys talking about matters pertaining to the home, their family, emotional security. These things may be injected into their conversation often. Now, the siblings are over the 3rd house, are connected with the 3rd, so, and the 4th is the family. So if someone has brothers and or sisters, well, they're obviously going to figure prominently and figure strongly in the family life. But if someone has the 3rd and the 4th house in the same sign and it's duplicated, they might even figure even stronger than the average person. So that is something to take into consideration as far as having the 3rd and 4th house duplicated. Now, a lot can depend on the sign that resides on these houses. Now, let's say if somebody has Pisces on the 3rd and 4th house, well, this could be somebody that may enjoy talking about Pisces related things with their home, with their family members, perhaps things connected with the metaphysical, maybe spiritual things, things connected with self-sacrifice, with compassion, even maybe perhaps things associated with water in some cases, such as oceanography, things that are pertaining to water, I would say even. So this could be something where this person, the conversations might focus on idealism, for example, in the home. Perhaps with Pisces on the 4th house, the person may at the same time, despite perhaps emphasizing communication in the home may be a place for kind of like a refuge or a strong place for seclusion for this person. So that would modify a little bit what I'm saying about as far as the 3rd and 4th houses being duplicated. So it's important to understand the sign and its meaning on those houses as well. Now, if somebody was to say have Gemini on the cusp of the 3rd and 4th house, well, this could indicate that this person really can talk about many different things, perhaps things connected of an intellectual nature, talking about varied subjects, different things perhaps associated with learning, with just various things that are more, I guess we could say, of an intellectual type nature, maybe things associated with science, for example, and things, writing, communication, and this is something that would be more focused on in terms of of the home, and those would be some things that would be communicated more as far as if somebody were to have Gemini on the cusp of the third and fourth. And this could be somebody that could be very multifaceted in terms of what they actually learn in their home. Perhaps they could various different subject matters, such as, I mean, they could be well versed in science, could be geography, talking about even sports. This is someone that would talk about, like I stated before, have very versatile mind and express these things perhaps with family members in their home. So it's just something to take into consideration when you have the same sign on the third and fourth house. Now, when you look at duplicated houses are often a way where one can extricate themselves from problems associated with the intercepted houses. Now, if somebody were to have the first and seventh house intercepted in their chart and they had the third and fourth house duplicated, well, perhaps the communication in the home, talking with family members, that could be a way out for perhaps problems connected with, say, first house matters, which would be perhaps the outlook on life, the outer demeanor, personality of the person, and things with the seventh, which would be perhaps relationships, partnerships, perhaps even in some cases things associated with open adversaries, enemies, legal issues, contracts, negotiations. So that is something to look at if you have when you have, in this example, if you have the third and the fourth house in the same sign. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the third and fourth house duplicated in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the fourth and fifth house in the same sign in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.